What up, boys? Yo, ladies and gentlemen, mainly just gentlemen up in here. Welcome to our very first podcast this year. We want to do something a little different and do a podcast type talk about the league, kind of get some engagement. First off, hope everybody's family has been safe and healthy during COVID. Kind of some crazy times, but anyways, yeah, let's get this started. Today I got with us Kyle Saban over here. What's Kyle's team name?
What it do?
What is your team name? Toilet Bowl?
Always changing.
Pretty good.
The Toilet Bowl. And then we got the commish up in here, Mr. Starts.
The commish.
So today we're just gonna talk about real quick, kind of league setup, some fantasy football news. We'll go over a little bit of draft strategy without giving you guys what we're doing, sleepers and busts, some top three, and then we'll get you out of here. But yeah, so anyways, this is our first podcast, kicking it off. Blake, gonna send it to you to talk about league setup.
Let's get it started in here.
All right. So no changes this year as far as the league settings go. But for those worldwide viewers out there, our setup is a 12-man league, half-point PPR. We got a snake draft with auction waiver wire. That's something we did last year that I think everybody liked based on the feedback. We got 2 running backs, 3 wide receiver set with a flex. That was also a change last year.
No kicker is dope too, though.
Yeah, no kicker. So
About time.
I think that all.
About time.
Yeah. I think that all went well. I think that's here to stay. I have heard some suggestions on adding an IL this year because there's no telling what COVID.
Just for COVID stuff, though. That's my hot take.
Yeah. We'll have to throw that out there, see what everybody else thinks. But I think that's fair. I think there's going to be some postponed games and different things. So nothing else besides that I can think of. What you got next, Jay?
What about the newest member?
Right. What about the newest member?
Oh, we got another Starts joined. We got rid of one guy. No real reason, but yeah, my little brother, he's in it. So we're going to see if he can stand the heat.
Well, I'm looking forward to another Starts boy adding a donation to the league again this year. So thank you guys for that.
We all appreciate it.
Right.
We shall see.
Looking forward to having everybody back together. So let's go over to Kyle. Kyle's what we're going to little segment called Kyle's Corner.
I have the flavor that make your mouth water. Come to my YouTube channel and Kyle's Corner. Sigue mi Volvo El Favor, porque este channel is muy
Insert
sabor.
graphic here. 2,
Kyle's
Kyle's Corner in the house. Kyle's Corner, going over weekly fantasy football news and updates and anything Kyle kind of is digging on with the news right now.
Exactly. We're going to try to cover the main players that are in it. We're not going to try to do too much with it, but there would be a disclaimer. Definitely keep up with different news and all that because news does change with the podcasts.
It's like a stock disclaimer. I like it. Good stuff.
Yeah. Get that pressure off of me right now.
Right.
So as of right now, as of August 23rd, the first 5 points that we're going to talk about is first Theo Riddick. He was just recently picked up by the Raiders. So that'll be an interesting if he takes any production away from Josh Jacobs, like he did in Detroit as an earlier. So that could be something to look out for. The next kind of big news that I found was Mike Williams. He got injured last week. So that could add some more value to Keenan Allen going from there. So keep an eye out for that. Now, if you're interested in New England, I know Jason is. He's always interested in them.
Yo, no freaking way, bro. You see the hat I'm wearing?
And the
Get out of
Bills.
here, bro.
So there's been strong reports out of training camp that Marion Harris, their rookie running back, is the favorite out of that. So that could be something to look out for the later rounds. The next one is Darrell Henderson. He's the backup to Cam Akers. They're at the Rams. I believe he got sidelined with a hamstring injury, so that could be something that keeps coming up throughout the season. So keep up with that. And then the last thing I kind of want to touch, we kind of touched on before, was COVID. I believe just recent reports here where several different NFL players that have test positive, or is it positive?
No, the
False
Bills.
positive. False positive. So that could impact some players. So definitely keep on top of that. I definitely recommend staying on top of that, and I'll probably discuss that more and how to do that in the next couple of topics.
Yeah. You know what? Somebody should really make a COVID tracker app for NFL players. They'd probably make a killing this year. You heard it. You heard it here first at the Most Wanted BKs. Yo, I don't even think on the intro that I did the name of our podcast. Yo, the Most Wanted BKs. If you know what it is, you about it.
That's right.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Well, dope, Kyle. Looking forward to thanks for those solid insights, yo. So good stuff. And now you can I think Mike Williams sucks anyways. So all right. So let's go over a little draft strategy here with the draft upcoming. Yeah, Theo Riddick's pretty booty too. We'll leave that for Kyle's booty corner coming soon. All right. So I don't really have a draft strategy, as no surprise to any of you. So I'll let Kyle and Blake talk more about draft strategy you should take. I'm more just drink some beers and get it done. So tie a bowling knot. And
that explains a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So Blake, Kyle, I'll let you guys kind of take it from here. But yeah, let's see what do you guys think about general draft strategy, and how are you approaching it without giving away too much?
I'll let the commissioner go first. See what he has.
Okay. I like to follow the golden rule of adaptable. Got to be adaptable, head on a swivel when you're drafting, because I just don't like to follow whatever picks are coming. If wide receivers are jumping off the board, maybe it's a good time to sneak around and get a tight end. That's kind of my biggest strategy. I like to mix it up there, but as far as players, it's a real gut feeling for me. So I don't trust rankings. Never trust rankings.
See, that's the interesting thing. I'm more of an analytical type person when it comes to fantasy football. And so with me, I usually look at more of a tier base. So that's my main strategy, is with different positions, seeing which guys are tier 1 or tier 2 and so on. And so that way in the later rounds, or even really any round, you can kind of figure out, oh, should I pick this guy over this guy, or how do I feel about this? So tier-based drafting is probably my go-to when it comes to any sort of fantasy drafts. And then another aspect that I add in as well, I do have a pen and paper, kind of crossing off those tier-based ones, so that way I can quickly look at who's available and what I need to do to really get the best picks. And then
Kyle, I think you should invest in a draft board. I think you would really enjoy that.
I'll keep that in mind.
Is there an app for that?
You could borrow Welch's. We know that Welch has one. Welch likes to use his draft board on draft day. So
A draft board?
I
didn't know Welch drafts.
I tried to talk some shit about Welch.
It's auto draft over here.
It just didn't go out very well. All right, boys, another quick topic we'll cover real quick. Sleepers and busts. I'll start first. Maybe I should go last because mine are probably the most ridiculous.
Yep, I'd agree.
So Save, what do you think? Give me one sleeper, one bust.
Oof. This one was actually a little hard for me to think of with the sleepers. I have several of them, but out of all of them, I'm going to stick to my guns. It's Chris Thompson. You know, he's just got reunited there with Jake Gruden and in Jacksonville. We know what he can produce. I think he's going to outdo his current ADP, and I think that's something you can get really good value out of it and a good filler in for bye weeks. That would be my sleeper. The next one, you said Bus. So this one's a bit tricky. I am going to have to go with Todd Gurley. This
My man's
one,
knees.
that's a big concern with me is the injury. He was just cut from the Rams with no really information, and now he's going to an offensive line that's probably the same as last year or even worse. So the volume's going to be there, which is going to be something to take, something to look at. But yeah, where he's being drafted, I don't see the value or getting the return that you're looking for.
So if I understand you correctly, Todd Gurley's knees are bad, like when I be crossing over Blake.
Oh,
Knees be just
he'd be falling. Yeah.
it's all good. Blake, all right, dude.
that.
Thank you for joining us here. Let's go about your sleepers and busts right now.
Well, just for past reference, Kyle has been high on Chris Thompson and low on Todd Gurley since day one. So just gonna throw that out there. But my bust is my biggest one here is Devontae Adams. I know everybody loves them. Some D Adams and Aaron Rodgers. I just don't see it. They don't score points, and he may get the volume and receptions, or even yards, but with no TDs, you're gonna be losing weeks. That's my 2 cents there. But then for sleepers, I like Joe Mixon. I really liked him last year, and then he got hurt. But I think with his pass catching ability on the side, I think he's
Fresh new quarterback.
Where's he going? He's going second round, right?
Yeah.
80,
yeah.
something like that. I think he could go first. I think by the end of the season, people will wish they took him first round. So that's mine.
Sweet. I was going to add a really sweet comment I thought of, and then I started looking at some stats over here, and I lost it. But, go Bengals. I'll kind of hop on, my hot take for bust, Kenyon Drake. I think that dude.
Yeah.
That's a toss-up there, but I also think Mike Evans. I think those guys are both busts, yo. I think Tom Brady's getting a little old. Ain't going to be throwing the deep ball that much. Just my hot take. Then I'm going to my sleepers here. Let's, out of the three that I have targeted, I'm going to go Joe Burrow. I think he's going to be a dope quarterback. See what happens.
Just because he's dope? Well, what does he offer?
Hey, if you watch him play
AJ
college football,
no AJ Green.
Well, he's an accurate passer. I think Boyd over there is good. I think Mixon will give him some space to throw. Something that's a little undervalued with him is that he can still run the football. He ran a lot in college, so.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think he will surprise. He'll be better than people think, but without the running ability, it's pretty hard to be a top 5 QB without that.
Yeah, I don't think top QB, but in terms of sleepers, you're looking for somebody that might not be drafted or be there in the 12th round. So I would certainly
undrafted.
I would certainly let that play out on my team. On Antonio's brown pants. That's what the GM would be thinking, the strategy there.
Leading the team.
Yeah, the Antonio's brown pants. All right, real quick. I don't know if you guys have done any research. If I know our league, the only person doing research right now is Canis.
And Kyle at all times.
Actually, a lot of people are probably doing research. I am not doing research. Let's talk about our top 3 positions that we like. Guys at the quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. I'll kind of start this off with my quick list, and then I think I'll have one guy that's probably a little hesitation for some guys, but I guess you could throw him in a sleeper category. But QB, Patty Ice. I'm going to go running back, CMC, wide receiver, Michael Thomas. I like Devontae Adams at the top there too. And for tight end, I'm going to throw a stinger out there and do a Hayden Hurst. I think in Atlanta, there's a lot of offense that goes through that tight end, and they're going to throw it a lot. Last year, they were 3rd in the league with 300 passing yards a game behind Tampa Bay and Dallas. Not a whole regime change over there. I think it's going to stay the same. So he's definitely a guy I think has the possibility.
Can you remind me who he plays for? Because
he plays for the
I don't know
Falcons.
this guy.
Falcons. He was
Baltimore.
Baltimore last year.
But being a top 3 pick, that's a hot take.
No, not top 3
hot.
pick. I'm saying top 3, like in the tight end position. I think he'll finish top 3.
Wow. Okay.
That's spicy right
I
there.
don't know if he's going to finish top 3. I'm just saying, I wanted something interesting to talk about.
I mean, you got him as number 1, so.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ricky
Bobby, baby. Hayden Hurst, number 1.
Some confidence.
No Kelsey. No Kelsey there.
No Kelsey. No Kittle. All right.
Well, that brings me to my situation. I have a little different from Jay's no research over there. So
fresh, baby.
So my 3 tight ends for this year is going to be Kelsey, Kittle, and Mark Andrews. I think Mark Andrews and Lamar are really going to light it up this year. He's going to be something of value for sure. Next one I have for receivers, I have Michael Thomas, Devontae Adams, and Julio Jones. I think those are pretty consensus top 3 there.
Oh, it's consensus, huh?
Yeah,
it's fact.
That's
Consensus.
straight off
It's written right there.
Blake had Devontae Adams as a bust. Kyle, how do you feel about that?
Well, we'll wait for next podcast. Tune in. He's gonna get a whooping. He's gonna get a
I don't want
whooping
that
over there.
smoke right now.
Over there in Hawaii.
Yeah, what you be smoking out there, Blake? First off, I don't think we ever talked about.
Wowie, dog.
We never talked about how good your beard looks. This is a new addition to 2020. For
that is true.
Sorry, Blake. I should have gone over that in the intro.
Post. That's what Post is here for.
I wonder who else has a good beard rocking right now from the league.
I don't know. We'll get them on the cast. We'll see. We'll do a comparison.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Kyle. You were talking about
I think that's worth
the wide receivers.
Yeah, before you got distracted by Blake's beard. Yeah.
Squirrel.
Happened to me too. I lost track for a second too.
We got lost in its magic powers.
Yes.
So the next section I have is running backs. So top 3 I think are pretty similar to last year's with CMC, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, and then I have Zeke over Dalvin Cook. That was kind of my pick there. I couldn't decide, but went with Zeke. Now the next one is quarterbacks. I have Lamar, Pat Mahomes, and then Dak Prescott. I think Dak really is gonna make it to that next level with all the weapons he has, and then offensive line, the improved defense. I think he's gonna get it done this year to be a top 3.
Ryan Welch would agree with you there, 100%.
Oh yeah, biggest Cowboy fan known to date.
Yeah. If you guys didn't know that, Welch is he has season tickets to Jerry World.
Season tickets.
He's paying out
Close
the premium
friends.
for him.
Yeah, I mean, if Dak can have a better season than he did last year, I'd be shocked because all they needed were wins, and we'd be talking about him as the best QB next to Pat Mahomes.
I mean, they are an accident waiting to happen. So
why are they an accident, bro? They're stacked.
Because they can't win a game.
I don't care if they win or lose in fantasy. Want those points, boy.
I'm saying Dak had a pretty damn good season last year.
Yeah, he was sick.
That'll be surprising.
He was nasty, yo.
He's gonna have to be better than that.
Reminded me of a young Sabe.
Back in the day. Castleview football.
All right, Blake, what you got, boy?
So I don't really have any hot takes in mine. I got D. Watson, Deshaun in the top 3 QBs. My others are Lamar and Pat Mahomes. But, yeah, I think D. Watson, I think he's going to do a lot more with his legs this year. So I think he'll break into that top 3. My running backs are straight off the ranks. CMC, Barkley, and Zeke. Yeah, I think Barkley. I don't know. Barkley is almost a question mark if he's gonna be the same workhorse, you know, because he doesn't really get those pass catching.
Blake, have you seen this man's thighs?
Yeah. His thighs are the size of my torso for sure.
I think he'll be a-okay.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
But them receptions, that's where it's at.
So you like James White? You're a James White guy.
Yeah, with Tom Brady and all them, dude. Give me James White all day.
Says a lot.
Well, my wide receivers, it's hard not to pick. You know, Michael Thomas, got Tyreek Hill, and Julio Jones. Anyone on Kansas City, I feel like they're gonna be in the top 5, top 10 at their positions just based on like 3 or 4 games. They're just gonna go absolutely bonkers, and it's gonna rocket their rankings. So I think it's hard not to put Tyreek Hill up there, and that's kind of the same thing why I have Kelsey as number 1. I think he'll end up having the most points as a tight end, but I really like Ertz at number 2, who could be number 1 because he's really the volume guy. You know, I don't know who Hayden Hurst is. I'm gonna have to.
All right, I got beef with some players on y'all's list that I want to talk about real quick. One.
All right.
I'll keep it light to start off.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but
Appreciate that.
say Blake, I think, what do you guys think about Emmanuel Sanders? I had Michael Thomas as my top guy too. You think he has any impact on Michael Thomas this season? I kind of think like Blake's comment about Dak. I don't know if he can have a much better season than he did last year. That was nuts.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no.
I don't know. I think New Orleans has always had kind of that X factor receiver, and then they've always had the main guy. So I think he could duplicate last season. I think Emmanuel Sanders has a lot of value because he could end up getting a bunch of receptions, but I think Thomas is fine. Just fine.
All right. Well, what do you say to those haters that say Deshaun Watson, isn't going to be a top 3 quarterback because he's in a Bill O'Brien offense?
Well, I don't think anyone knows what a Bill O'Brien offense is. I think
Without Lamar Miller.
he just improv, just constant improv. I don't know. He just doesn't have any like go-to receivers. He relied heavily on D-Hop for just spectacular catches, and so.
But you put him in your top 3. with D-Hop leaving?
Yes, because of his legs. He's going to have to run, and I think he's going to just rack up the rushing yards. So,
What did
yeah,
he
not
finish
necessarily.
last year?
Um,
Probably like quarterback 10? What did
Uh,
he finish at?
well, for passing,
I'm just trying to look up fantasy points.
I'm not sure what.
for passing,
No,
he was
it
16.
says in fantasy points he was QB4. So
Wow. Yeah.
it's not as
Yeah.
far off as I thought it was, Blake. I'll give you credit for that.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. This day and age, boys and girls, them dual points. That's what we're after.
Yo, that Josh
That's
Allen
actually-
beefcake from my Bills, boy. Yeah.
There you
Wyoming.
go. Yeah. Yeah, add that to the draft strategy. I mean, everybody knows who gets the passes and the catches, but
Yo, you guys know, speaking of the strategy, you know who I should target for this, which I'm definitely considering it. Ryan Fitzpatrick. That man's beard and his sheer ability to win will get him 50-yard runs.
Damn, boy, he's sick.
yeah, might get you some
You heard it first.
fantasy.
You heard it
beard
first.
Man, I really thought you guys were going to laugh a little more at that. I was
points.
kind of disappointed. I thought that was kind of funny. But
I don't know if Fitz magic is going to happen this year.
yeah, I didn't even know he was still
Tua's
playing.
a different story.
That's why I thought it could be a funny joke, but no. Classic.
Yeah.
All right. So I also have beef with Zach Ertz, man. I had him on my team last year, and he had 3 or 4 weeks in a row with 0 spots or like 1 point.
Well, the Eagles were struggleville last year.
He got all of his fantasy
Something
points.
wasn't right. Something
So
wasn't right with them.
So here's the weeks I had him. I had him week 1 through week 8. He scored 5 points, 9 points, 6 points, 6 points, 11 points, 3 points, 4 points, and 2 points. So for 8 weeks of the season, he was garbo. So of course, I used traded him, and then from weeks 9 through 16, he was like 10 plus. But he had a 21-point game and then a 2-point game. So if last year is any sort of indication, or if it's just a blip, I don't know. That offense wasn't super good to me last year, so I would just.
I think tight ends are real simple. Comes down to volume for me, so that's why I would have no hesitation on making him a top 3 pick.
So Jason, if you had the choice between Hayden Hurst or Zach Ertz, who would you do?
Yeah.
I mean, even talking about, I think they're on the same playing field.
That's not very confident.
Yeah.
Well, I think I don't know. I think it's a lateral move. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know a ton about Hayden Hurst, but I think the opportunities with Atlanta are there just based on the offense and how they used Hooper and, no regime change. So you can kind of expect – I think this is one of the cases where you can't expect similar analytics or statistics or whatever, however you fancy it, based off their
Hurts
offense
didn't
last
play.
year.
Did he play every game? Because I'm shocked at how low he's ranked from last year. I didn't know he did that bad.
I have no idea. I know he's athletic and he's going to Atlanta. But that's why I probably usually have shitty tight ends. So there is that. But I still think the opportunity is there for volume. But, I'm a guy that has had O.J. Howard on my team and T.J. Hawkinson. And
Higbees.
anyways, the list of booties, my tight end ranking would probably be the last in the league for sure. So, yeah, listen to the guy for that, talking about tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, if you're still here tuning in with us, man, we really appreciate it. We're going to kind of end tonight with that. We're definitely going to, work every week to improve our podcast, but we're trying to get a little more engaged this year. So if you guys have any ideas, want a guest feature, we'll get you on a Zoom call. I think it'd be fun. And, I think as we go on, we'll definitely fine-tune our script and keep you guys engaged. And hopefully you guys listened and learned a little bit. And anyways, it's just fun doing this for us. So thanks for being part of that journey.
Journey.
All right, boys.
See you next time.
Have a great
See
week.
you next time.
Happy drafting, yo.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck.
All right, yo, we playing some Xbox? Let's go.
Ole.